What's happening, everybody? Fly tying evolution. Today I'm going to do a March Brown Nymph. So I got a size 12 long shank nymph hook in the vise, and I have it weighted with a lot of wraps of 020 lead-free wire. And then I'm going to start my thread right behind the eye. I'm using 70 denier wood duck colored thread, UTC 70. Start my thread and I'm going to jump my thread all the way behind those lead-free wraps and build up some wraps there so that lead doesn't move. Then I'm going to go through the lead wire, lead-free wire. Kind of get that all cocooned. You can trim out your waste piece at any time, or tag under your thread. This will take quite a bit of thread wraps here to get this all wrapped in. It's a pretty heavy fly. March Brown is a clinger nymph, so it kind of really stays near the bottom, on the bottom of rocks, clinging to the bottom of the rocks in the riffles. They're kind of flat. If you ever look at them, they're like oblong shaped and flat. So after we get that all cocooned in there, we're going to bring a pair of pliers in and kind of flatten that lead-free wire out. Just be careful, don't. Just going to squish it a little bit, flatten it out. Flatter profile instead of round. And then you can continue with some more thread wraps. Work your thread all the way back to the bend of the hook. Put in some tails. I'm just going to use some hen. Usually March Brown has long tails. I'm just going to put a section of hen, probably about as the hook shank in length, which will end up being pretty long. Get those wrapped in. Okay. For a rib, I'm going to be using this UTC vinyl rib. It's a mid size and it's brown. I catch that in about, I don't know, halfway up the body. Give it a good stretch. Finish tying it in. Now, if you ever see a March Brown nymph, they're dark on the back and light on the belly. From being clinged to a rock, they don't have much color on the underside of them, so they're kind of light colored on the bottom. and dark on the back. So on this one, I'm going to tie in some turkey. I'm going to tie in 2 sections of turkey tail. And I'm going to pull those up over the back. To represent that dark back. The reason why I put in 2 sections is because you get better coverage. Put one on the far side and then one on the near side. If I can get this caught in here. There we go. Now, they have a short little abdomen, so probably about to there is your abdomen. And then they'll have, the rest of it will be a big wing case and then a big head. So, we're going to take our dubbing. I'm using Australian possum, and it's like a tan color. And this will represent that light underside. Maybe just a touch more here. Now I'll pull that turkey up over the back, both sections. And I'll tie that down. And then I'm going to take my ribbing the fly. Rib that abdomen. About 4 good wraps, and then catch it on the 5th one. Get that tied in good. And trim that ribbing out of there. Okay, now I'm going to pull my turkey back again, and then I'll use that as my wing case. And then I'll continue dubbing thorax. And then about right here, I'm going to put in some legs. So off camera here. I'm preparing a feather, hen feather, for the legs. And what I want to do, I'm going to take the tip out of that feather, like so. Tie-in point like that, and I'm tying it upside down like this, curving up. And I'll catch that in right there. Get that wrapped in. Okay. Now I'll continue dubbing. Take your time here so you don't crowd your head, crowd the eye of the hook. And that's where I'm going to stop my dubbing. Now I'm going to pull that feather forward. I'm going to find a spot where it reaches where my tying thread is. Try and stretch, get all those other fibers out of the way of the feather. I'm going to tie it down right there. Make sure it stays on top. Get that all tied down. You can trim the rest of that feather out. Now you're going to pull your remaining turkey up over the top. Make sure your legs are the way you want them. Tie it forward, bring your turkey back, and then wrap over them again. Give you a nice neat head, and you can trim your turkey out. Put a few more wraps on there to clean it all up. And then I'll get my whip finisher. And I'll do a back to front 5-turn whip finish. Seat my knot. Trim out my thread. Then I'll come in with some head cement. You can put some head cement on the head. Back on that turkey wing case. Let that all soak in. That's your March Brown nymph. Thanks for watching. See see you on the next one.